Alrighty, we have a JVC cassette deck here that has no line fuse in it from the manufacturer, and I feel this is an unsafe condition here, so I bought this screw with some washers here at the Home Depot, and I'm going to take this out and I'm going to mount a thing on here to solder wire to. This is our terminal block. We'll mount it on here like this. Watch will fit on there. Yes, it will. And I dropped one. So we'll put it through here. And we'll screw it back down onto here like this. Straight. Snug it up. Make sure it's good and solid here. So we cut our red wire about right here. We'll strip some insulation off of it here. I'll twist our strands together. I'll put it in the hole here. Wrap it around the post. Get it nice and even here like that. And I'll strip our other red wire here. Twist our strands together like this. Get it untwisted here. I'll put it in the hole here. Bring it around like this. I'll use my pliers to make our wires sit down here where we want it. So this is what is called a pico fuse here. It's a 1 amp fuse. So I'll bend my leads, one down like this, bend the other one down like this. I'll put them in the holes here. Now I'll leave this okay, I'm going to put it sideways here. So I'm going to make it our leads nice and straight here. Put our holes in. I'll come out. Yeah, I'll clip it kind of short here so it doesn't go back too far. here. Nice and even. We'll get our soldering wire here. Now I'll bring the camera down close so you can see the soldering. Okay, so we'll solder our wires onto the terminal here. So right-handed, I'll bring my soldering iron over here. This is 40-60 solder. So I'll tin my iron, heat the terminal, and solder the wire. Do some from this side. Okay, I'll let that cool a little bit. Okay, I didn't quite fill the hole all the way up, so I will put some more on here. I'll let it cool some more. Okay, I got a nice full solder joint. So now I'm going to just let that cool a little bit and I'll get the other side soldered. Okay, so I'll bring my wire around here, bring it around. I'm going to clip it right here. And I'll push it in over here. I'll get down in there nice and flat. Okay, it's nice and flat. Wire's nice and flat over here, so we'll take and we'll solder this side. Make sure all our strands are down and everything's out of the way here. Clean our tip. We'll put some solder on our iron here. Heat the terminal in the wire. I'm going to come over here and try to hit some on this side. Okay, we have a very nice full solder joint there. Now I'm going to take some of this glue here and put around the nut just to kind of like give it like a little bit of a, it's like a Loctite so that it doesn't come loose. So after we are done, we'll tin our iron. Okay, so we'll tin our iron now that we are done. let that cool. So now we'll take care of our wire dress. Okay, so we'll get our wires back. Okay, so we can take input. We'll use our zip ties here. Okay, we'll get these two together here. We'll keep these here, and then we'll get this loop back into the factory made hook here, right here. Loop them back down over here. And we can put another zip tie. Down here. And clip our little ends off of our zip ties here. So there it is. I'll tell you why I put this fuse in. I'll bring the camera down close so I can show you. Alrighty, the reason I put this line fuse in the AC primary is see these little rectifier diodes here? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and these capacitors here, and this power capacitor, and there's a voltage regulator here. If one of these components go bad in a shorting condition, it can overheat the transformer by drawing a lot of amperage. So this will get extremely hot, and as the windings start shorting out and burning, it can cause excessive amperage draw. And if all that's on it is the 20 amp house fuse, while it's taking time to burn that 20 amp house fuse, it could be overheating the 18 gauge power cord, which is only rated for like 7 or 8 amps. And I'll show you the difference between the house fuse and the little tiny filament that's inside of this pico fuse. So the tiny little filament is a 1 amp fuse on the left. And see how big the filament is in your standard 20 amp house fuse? While it's taking time to burn that 20 amp house fuse, that cord, the line cord on the unit, can be heating up and could melt the insulation and short out and spark and catch like a drape or some papers nearby on fire. So that's why I put the line fuse in the AC primary. This is a JVC KD10 cassette deck. There's the soldering on one side, and here's the soldering on the other side.